Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing some branches, or what they call lateral branches. So what we have here is a 5-inch diameter round, but we're going to go ahead and make a layout so that we can mount a 3-inch or 3.5-inch onto the 5-inch radius, and then we'll also show you how to make this. So instead of mounting onto a radius surface, we'll do this one as well, or you can also mount this onto a flat surface like so. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we're just going to go ahead and do a horizontal line across here. So something like that. Okay, the next thing we want to do is so since we're going to go ahead and make something like this at an angle, I'm just going to go ahead and throw a random angle or 90 degree like this and like so. So let's see if we can use this, just something, yeah, right around there. You know what? Let me go ahead and use this. Oh, as far as the length, forgot to mention, I want to go ahead and make it 5 inches. So from here to there, 5 inches. So I'm also going to go from here to there, 5 inches. So let me go ahead and adjust this to 5 inches. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and make a 3.5-inch diameter. So I want to go take it to 3.5. So right around there. Let me just make an imaginary rectangle, because I'm going to want this as well. So just throw a random line like so, and then get our length. And this just to help me to make sure that both of these horizontal lines or vertical lines that go up at an angle are parallel to one another. So that's pretty close. Okay, it'll do. Okay, so we said we want to do 3.5 inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a 3.5 inch circle here. You can actually just do half of it, but I'll do both, just so that you know, you can use both preferences as far as this next step. So you can do this, and those strike arcs like so you can find your centers, which is good practice. Or you can just go the 3.5 divided by 2, which would be the 1 3/4. Then we can throw a line right here. And I'll just throw a line like so. Okay, so that is our center right there. Now we can go ahead and start doing our circle. So again, you can do just half like that, or you can do the whole way. Okay, now what we're going to do is divide these in pies. So far so good. So far we have that. Now we can go to divide this and then divide those two in half as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and concentrate on this side. Won't divide this, just so I can kind of speed things up a little. Okay, we have that. So I'm going to go ahead and line up our X's here to the center of the circle. That. Same thing on this end. X's to the center of the circle right here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and divide it here, 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 and here. So same thing. So I'm going to throw random arcs, some light arcs, so that way I can erase these. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and connect this cross to the center of the circle. Now what we're going to do is, so you see these lines or these arcs, so what we're going to do is follow along this way, parallel to one another. So here's what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and take this ruler here, take my pencil, put the pencil point here, and then I'm just going to eyeball it and make sure that it's nice and even against this line here. Not like this, not like this, but like this. Just eyeball it, just the best as you can. So we'll just do that and then start from here for where this line is right here. Start from there and then draw a line like that. Do the same thing, go to the next one. Put your pencil point right there, kind of eyeball it, make sure it's parallel to the line you did previously, which would be this one. And then now put your pencil point here and then go down. Same thing on this one. Kind of even it out the best you can. Make another line, go to the next. Since this one's already here, we can kind of do that. Do this, then go to the next one. And just kind of eyeball it, make sure it's nice and straight and parallel to the other one. And then a couple more. Go to this one. That looks pretty straight, right? Okay. And then the last one, well, that one, it's all right. Okay, the last one, we can do this. Let's see, let's go this side instead, because we know that that's parallel. Okay, I want to go ahead and fix this. Okay, that looks a little better. I think we can maybe fix this one. Okay, that looks a little better. All right, next step, we're now going to go ahead and do the other part of the layout. Well, first, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and number these. So hopefully you guys can see this, but this line, there's a total of 9 lines. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can go ahead and number those accordingly. So you'll go, let me just write it here. Hopefully you guys can see that. This will be 1. The next line will be 2. This will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and take this information. We're going to go ahead and transfer it over to this side in order to make this here. All right. So what we are doing is a 3.5 inch diameter. So we're going 3.5 inches times 3.14 equals 11 inches. So that's telling you that in order to make this, you need 3.5 inches of this material lengthwise, so that when it's all said and done and rolled up like so, it'll give you the 3.5 inch diameter circle. So that's what we're going to do here, is make a layout of 11 inches. Okay, I want to go 11 inches. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 12 here. So this would be the 11 inch mark. Go down here, the same thing. Okay, now that we're done, we're making the, so now that we made 11 inches, and that's for the 3.5 inch diameter circle. Now we're going to go ahead and draw some lines here, and the correct amount right now is 17 lines. So you need to make 17 lines, including the outer lines right here. So let's go ahead and start doing that. The first thing I'll do is I'm just going to do a random line right here. And that's going to help us. It's going to help us, or at least for me, to divide. So basically I'm just going to be using the compass to draw some intersecting arcs like so, and so that way I can start dividing these evenly. Okay, so let's go ahead and start drawing some lines. Okay, let's see, so something like this. It's going to do light arcs because I'm going to eventually erase those anyways. Okay, so there's a center line. I'm going to swing it over now. All right. So we're now going to go ahead and use these intersecting arcs and divide that. The same thing on this side. Okay, we'll do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we just need to do lines right here in the middle, and then that'll complete the 17. Okay, now so we got 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So let's go ahead and number these. This will help you out. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then go back in reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Based on the information that we have here, we can now make this one right here. So this is the one where we can lay it down nice and flat right here on the surface, or basically how you see it. So let's go ahead and do that. So notice that we have right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These lines, these points are basically what's going to help you transfer the information from here to here. So since we want to make it on a flat surface, like say for instance this, you're going to measure from this horizontal line over to this line right here, and that'll make you this shape right here. So let's start with 1. So you start from this point here, and then just to be on the safe side, let me just go ahead and put a circle to indicate where you're putting your compasses at. So I'm going to put circles. Okay, so start with 1. So put your compass right there, open it up to the line right there, lock it in place like so. See that? Okay, so this is 1. Put your sharp point on 1 and strike an arc. Do the same thing on this side of 1 and strike an arc. Easy, right? Okay, do the same thing, go on 2. Put your sharp point on 2, open it up to that point right there. See that? Okay, put your sharp point now on 2. Strike an arc, do the same thing on this side. Strike an arc on 2, and there you go. Okay, 3. Right there. Sharp point on circle 3, open it up to that line right here, right there. Okay, so this is 3. Now put it on 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Okay, next one, 4. Put your sharp point right there on 4. Lock it in place like so. Okay, put your sharp point on 4 and 4. 4, 4. Okay, 5. 5. And lock it in place like so. See that? Okay, put your sharp point on 5 and 5. 5, 5. Okay, next one, 6. Open it up, lock it in place like so. See that? Okay, sharp point on 6 and 6. 7. Lock it in place like so. See that? Sharp point on 7 and 7. Okay, 8. Right there. I'm gonna lock it in place like so. See that? Sharp point on 8 and 8. 8. 8. And the last one, 9. Right there. I'm gonna open it up, lock it in place like so. See that? Sharp point on 9. And there you go. You just made the layout to make this. And that should be this right here. So it'll be pretty close. It'll match. And there you go. Voila. So now you just made this piece right here. So, all right. So now that's done. Let's go ahead and make now the other layout, which is going to be this one right here. So notice how I think I've already showed you a little while back, but this one is different, obviously, because it mounts onto a 5-inch diameter circle like this. See that? Okay, so let's go ahead and make this layout right here. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. So this is a 3.5-inch diameter circle. What you're gonna do is divide this by 2, and that'll be 1 3/4. So that means that you're going to make a 1 3/4 quarter circle here. Okay, so this is what I mean. So this is 3.5 inch. Okay, we're going to divide that by 2. That'll be 1 3/4. So I'm going to go 1 3/4. I'm going to lock it in place. I'm going to put my sharp point right here. And I'm just going to make a quarter circle like this. Okay, see that? Okay, next, since we're going to mount this onto a 5-inch, you're also going to do the same thing. You're going to take 5-inch divided by 2, and that'll be 2.5. So you'll want to do a 2.5-inch right here as well. So I'm going to go 2.5. I'm going to lock it in place like so. Then what I'm going to do is this. Watch. Right around there. Okay. Okay. All right, so I made this a little too close to here. Ideally you want this a little bit separated, but just bear with me. So all you want to do now is divide these in half, just 3 times. So I apologize, but just bear with me. So what we're going to do is do a line here to divide that. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw an arc somewhere around here because I know I'll be able to see it like that and like that. So I'm going to go from here down this way. So from here to there. So now I know that's a line, that's dividing pi right there. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing here and here. So again, just bear with me. So we're going to do this. So I'm going to do an arc here because I know that's kind of like where the other one's going to intersect there. Okay, now I'm going to do another one somewhere around here. Again, I apologize for this. I'll try to make it a little darker so you guys can see. Okay, so I'm just going to concentrate on this one first because I know I don't want to lose my eyes on that. So there's that. That's pretty much it right there. See that? Okay, so we're going to do a line right there and do the same thing here. Okay, and there goes like that. Okay, we're good. Okay, now the last step, this will be really quick, is now you want to connect, you want to draw these lines all the way down to this 2.5 inch quarter circle here of the 5-inch. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna go ahead and draw some vertical lines and start from here and draw it all the way down to this point right there. Okay, not here, just to this point. Do the same thing on the next one. Kind of eyeball it, you know, make sure that they're even in distance. Okay, and now you're going to draw it all the way to here, like that. Okay, next one, do the same thing, go from here, and then you're going to draw it all the way to here. Okay, and then the last one is this one here. We're just going to eyeball it, and then boom. Okay, all right, now what we're going to do is these lines right here, we're just going to go ahead and take them across as even as possible towards parallel to the other horizontal line here. So just do your best. So I'll just demonstrate so you can see. So we'll do something like that. Okay, the next one right here, kind of eyeball it, just try to see that it's nice and even parallel to the other one, and we're going to draw a line like that to the next one right here, kind of even that out as best as possible, and then draw your line. And then the last one is this one right here, and there you go. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this from the camera. So now we're pretty much done here. We're almost ready on transferring the information. So just like I did here on the symbol of circles, I'm going to go ahead and do squares. So 1, if you guys can barely see it right here, is also going to be a square. So I'm just going to leave it as that. You're going to skip over to 2. So you're going to go 1 line down. See that? Not here, but here. So now that's going to be 2. So I'm going to draw a square. Okay. Next one is 3. So you're going to skip over down this way. And that's going to be 3 right here. And do a square. I'm going to skip over to the next one, 4, which is right here. I'm going to do a square. And then the last one is 5, which is boom right here. And we're going to do a square. Now you're going to go up again. So this will be go up this way. This will be 6. Okay. Next one, we're going to go up again. This will be 7. And we're going to go up one more time. Boom, boom. This will be 8. You can barely see it right there. 8. And then 9 is going to be the circle as well. Okay. Now we're ready. So this is how this works. You're going to do the same thing. So let me go ahead and put circles here, because we know that this layout was for the flat surface branch mount. So let me just do that so we don't get them confused, because we're going to utilize the same layout here. Okay, so 1 is going to be obviously the same circle 1, so we'll leave it at that. Okay, now 2 is where it changes. So 2 is right here. See that? So you're going to put your sharp point on 2, and then open it up to that line right there. See that? Okay, put your sharp point on 2, strike an arc, do the same thing on this side of 2, strike an arc. Okay, next one, 3 is right there. So put your sharp point on square 3 and open it up to that line right there, lock it in place, put sharp point on 3 and 3. 3 and 3. Okay, next one, 4 is right there. See that? So you put your sharp point on 4 and then open it up to that line right there, lock it in place like so. Okay, put your sharp point on 4 and 4. 4 and 4. Okay, 5 is right there. Put your sharp point right there, open it up to that point right there, lock it in place. Okay, Put sharp point on 5 and 5. 5 and 5. Okay, next one. So we just did 5. Okay, we're going to do 6, 6. And lock it in place like so. See that? Sharp point on 6 and 6. Boom and boom, boom. Okay, 7. Right there. Gonna open it up to that line, lock it in place like so. See that? Sharp point on 7 and 7. Okay, 8. Right there, 8. You can barely see it, it's right there. Put your sharp point on 8, open it up to that line right there. I'm gonna lock it in place. See that? Okay. Put sharp point on 8 and 8. Boom. Boom. And then 9, which is the last one right there. It's the same thing. So that's going to be line right there. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and make square so we can see the difference in the flat surface mount versus the radius mount. I'm going to go ahead and do another video of these, only because I didn't feel comfortable doing this mess. I think I should have just separated this a little bit more, and that's because I was trying to get more space for these still pictures that you see here on the right. But without, I mean, I have no problem doing this again anyways. Okay, so that's it. So that's pretty much it for that layout. So the first one we did was this one. Now what we just completed is the one that mounts on a radius, which looks like this. So that'll be kind of close, as you can see. It's pretty close on matching these square symbols. See that? So that is what you use to do this here. So this, I'll just demonstrate really quick. Wraps around like this. See that? Goes all the way around. Like that. Right? So this is basically this right here. And then this should mount easy, like so. See that? It's pretty neat. So that's what you have. That's what you made. So obviously two different layouts. But again, yeah. So, you know, you can make this obviously, you know, depending if you wanted to mount on a flat surface and all of a sudden, oh, you know what? I also want to mount it on a diameter. So now you just have to see what that diameter is and then make this layout here, whatever that diameter is. Obviously on the main pipe or branch, you divide that by 2 and then you make that quarter arc here, and then whatever it's going to be mounted on, you do the same thing on this side. You take that diameter and divide that also by 2 and then divide and then make that quarter arc here. So that's pretty much it for this. Hopefully you guys understood how this went. So yeah. Alright, if you guys have any questions, send it on the comments. On that, I will see you guys on the next video. Laters.